What's up, guys? Gaines here. Today, I wanted to share my own thoughts and opinions about Halo Infinite before I did a breakdown of the Inside Infinite March reveal. So, for my overall thoughts, I would say that I am beyond excited. Probably have never been more hyped for a game in my life, honestly. They're doing a good job so far. Like everything I have, except for a few things which I'll cover, I everything I've seen so far has given me no reason to complain, if I'm being completely honest. But anyways, I'm just gonna go over some major topics and some opinions, and that should be good. So the first major topic, and this is probably just like the elephant in the room, it would be the July demo reveal, of course. And I'll just kind of give you some insight on my experience. So I was really excited for the trailer altogether. Brought my friend over, and we, we had like drinks and snacks because we were like, I was like really excited. I mean, he just was there to watch, but I was very excited. And right after it was finished, I was like utterly shocked. I think I was veering over to I didn't like it in my mind because I think maybe it felt so like not what I was expecting. But then I went back and I watched it a few more times and again and again, and then that's when my hype started to rebuild itself. I think the biggest reason, and which for a lot of people that I felt that way to begin with, was because of the graphics. I mean, now looking back at it, I didn't like I wouldn't have been devastated if the graphics had been that way, because I mean, it's not really like graphics that like make a good game, unless I don't know, maybe you wanted to argue with like Red Dead Redemption or something. Like if they had like maybe refined it just a bit and just made it less little like buggy, then I probably like would have been totally fine with it. I will say that the graphics were not next gen. Like you could look at those and I could like say that was like current gen or last gen in this case, since the Series X and PS5 are out. But overall, I really liked the gameplay. In fact, that's actually what I thought was best about it, was that the gameplay was much more downscaled, much more like the classics. And then we had last year's delay. I definitely was devastated because I kind of guessed that it was going to be about a whole year of a delay, and it basically was. And yeah, I was really sad. Halo Infinite was revealed to me when I was a freshman, and now I am a junior about to become a senior, and it's just really it's just so devastating that it's been that long and we still haven't had Halo Infinite release. But what was really nice about the delay was that they gave us an update, I think later on in December, the first Inside Infinite. And I like that definitely, like, when I saw everything they revealed, all the the wonderful armors and the yeah yeah, and the in-game picture of the first multiplayer map that we've seen. I definitely like understood now why they delayed it, because the graphics in this are like a huge improve. So kudos to them for that. That was December one, probably one of my favorite ones. I think February beats it for me though. The January reveal was pretty good. We got a few like in rendered shots of like the BR, or like the Needler and the like Bulldog and the Commando and like the new Hydra, which I actually really like. It's much more simplistic. I didn't like the like Halo 5 version, because it was just like there's too much detail everywhere. And also the just classic AR, which I like in this one now compared to the demo, since it like has, for one, that like yellow line, which is like very reminiscent of Halo Reach, and it's also like much darker, which is I really like. But it was a pretty good Inside Infinite. I can't complain with that one. February's however, I think was probably the best one, because it finally, they showed us like actual in-game like shots of the campaign and like where they've improved, and like it really got me excited, especially the picture with the like Master Chief and the Warthog driving the Marines, because if you like look at the Forerunner structures, it's just like you see that grime in it, and it's just very reminiscent of the classic Forerunner structures in like Halo 1 through 3, or Combat Evolved through 3 if you want to be precise. But yeah, these Inside Infinite reveals have been honestly all been really great. I'll be doing a breakdown on the audio one, or the March one, or whatever, very soon. But yeah, and I really like that one. I think it'd probably be my least favorite. Not saying it's the worst, but it's my least favorite just because it like had pretty bone dry stuff, but it had I will admit it had a few pretty cool things, and I'll go over those. So probably one of the biggest opinions that has kind of always been in the community since like Halo Reach would have to be, of course, the controversy of sprint. In my opinion, I think sprint is just something that is in every single video game, and like, and it's like video games evolve over time, and I think that sprint is just something that is kind of a like a kind of status quo at this point. And I've personally never really had a huge problem with it. In fact, I probably enjoy it more to have sprint. It's just something that 343 has to do right in order for it to, be implemented well. And what I saw on the demo, I personally thought it was, fine. It didn't really look like, it looked like it was definitely toned down. I thought in Halo 5 it was like very, it was like you were running around like you were Flash or something. But in the demo, it's like much more like probably a little bit slower almost. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but it felt more like it was kind of there in case you needed it, less than you like it was a must use kind of movement ability, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, so opinions on the grapple shot. That's a little bit of a controversy. I think most people think it's good, but I'll just give you my opinion, which would be that I like it. I think, I mean, now to be fair, when I first like heard the leaks or whatever that like that they might like the grapple shot was, or the grappling hook was possibly going to be in Halo Infinite through that like like that very blurry picture or whatever that they revealed. I obviously was like, okay, yeah, that's not true, or that's stupid. But and then when they eventually confirmed it, I think like the day before the demo, with like that cover art, yeah, with like the box art, I definitely was pretty scared that day, because I was really worried that the grapple shot was going to be like a Titanfall grappling hook, which is don't get me wrong, I love Titanfall too, but it's I just don't want that in Halo. I don't want to like grapple across the half of the map, but based on the demo, I was very happy of what we saw. Much more downscaled, just very just maybe use it to get from one ledge to another, which I think is great. And that's why I think the mantle would be a good element, and why they have it in Halo Infinite, because like maybe you grapple but you just barely miss the edge, you can just mantle over. So I think that mantling is good to have in this in Halo Infinite, and I think it's really cool that you can like grapple your weapons or like the fusion coils and like throw it at the enemy. And from what we've heard from the Asteroid 43, that you can actually grapple shot and hijack or skyjack a Banshee, and I mean that's pretty cool. I definitely could see myself doing that. So I'm really looking forward to the grapple shot. I think it will be a very interesting like touch on gameplay. A new kind of a more newer topic, two new topics that they've kind of we found out since the Ask 343, the most recent one. No playable elites. I was very sad when I found this out. It didn't now. Do I understand now? Yeah, I always ask myself, do I see an elite using a grapple shot? And it's almost always like I just don't see like elite like putting on a grapple shot like on their arm and just using it. I'm sure that 343 will eventually come to maybe releasing it. Releasing them maybe in like a DLC. I'll probably get into that in another video. There'd be the potential of no playable elites for Halo Infinite. But yeah, I'm sad, but I also understand. Another topic would be no dual wielding, which we also found out from the recent Ask 343. Personally, I'm honestly very happy that it's not in the game. For one, I just never really utilized it. It just never really clicked with me. I just felt like in Halo 3, if like I was gonna go dual wielding, I was just basically asking for a giant target on my face. And also, the problem with dual wielding is that it just makes like the base weapons just so useless. Like if you just pick up a singular SMG and you use that, it's like basically useless. It's like they're kind of pushing you to go dual wielding, and I just, it feels kind of oppressing, I guess, to the just base weapons, which is why I always like one of the reasons why I hated the Halo 3 Magnum. Like literally like one of the most useless pistols I've ever used, probably even more useless than the Halo 2 Magnum, if I'm being honest. Yeah, happy on no dual wielding. So the overall art style is another little opinion that I should probably express. I am very happy with what we've seen. There was a lot of things about 343's art style in Halo 4 and 5 that I definitely did not like, and some things I actually did like. And I really love that Halo Infinite is just mixing them both together, like, best of both worlds in some ways. Two examples that I can think of mostly is, for starters, the Halo Warthog. The Halo Infinite Warthog. If you take a look at it, I really love how the body design is very like 343, because I personally never really liked the like classic Warthog build. I just felt like, but it didn't really make it look like it was something that you drive off roads and the things that you do in the Halo with the Warthog. So I'm really happy that 343 kind of made it more like off-roading, and even had like the little gas cans on the back and such. And what I honestly never did like about the 343 body design though is the little bars around it. That's what I always liked about Bungie's, is that they kind of had like the smoothness kind of around it. Like they had like they didn't. It was just a nice smooth look. Yeah. So what's nice about the Halo Infinite Warthog is that they've actually removed the bars to where it kind of retains that more classic like smoothness of the Warthog, which I really like. Now, it's funny because when they had a Toy Fair reveal, it showed the Warthog with the bars on it, and then it showed it with a Bungie turret shield, which honestly I was like looking really forward to, because I was like, oh cool, so like they have the original turret shield and then the new 343 body design, and I honestly thought that was really good until we got to the demo, and then they had the 343 turret shield. I've never really been a fan of it. I'm a little bit sad that they brought it back, but who knows, maybe there's like different versions of Warthogs and we just haven't seen one yet. But yeah, I think overall, it's a good explanation of like the best of both worlds. Though I think one of the best explanations is probably the Halo Infinite sniper rifle. At first, when I first saw it, like the side view from like the Inside Infinite, I think in December, or no, I think January, no, yeah, December, I think. They had like the 343 body, like the 343, like I guess body design, yeah. And I was definitely worried for a minute because it honestly did look like just the 343 sniper rifle, which in my opinion is just not that great. It wasn't because of like the body, but it was because of the scope. I've always hated the 343 scope. And so I was really, really happy from the January or the February reveal when they showed us a first-person view of the sniper rifle, because the scope is it is screaming Bungie design, and I just love it. Now, it doesn't look like it has that infrared look to it. I hope that maybe they'll add that in, or maybe it's just from the angle. I mean, he was like, Master Chief kind of was looking upwards, so there's a good chance that he wasn't like, you weren't gonna see an infrared from that angle. I don't really have a big problem with like it being a blue screen, though I do have to admit, I think a green, like if it was more that green like from the originals, it'd probably look a little bit better. But overall, yeah, I that's, I think the art style is very good, and I am definitely excited to see where they'll go with it. Another little topic would be the Halo Infinite will not have the Magnum and Classic Shotgun, and I would say I am not really flinched by this. I'm possibly a little bit happy. So, at least happy for the Classic Shotgun, because one of my biggest complaints, or problems, I guess, with Halo 3 is using the shotgun. Like, I honestly hate the Halo 3 shotgun because you gotta be, like, literally kissing range to actually get a kill with it. And it's really sad because you gotta be, like, right in front of them, like you're about to freaking kiss them or something, to get an actual kill with it. It's just, the inconsistency of it is really, really, really dumb. And that's why I always kind of like the Halo 4 and 5 shotguns, is that they actually, like, the range was honestly pretty good. I'd say Halo 4 probably did a little bit better than Halo 5. Though Halo 5, you had smart links, so it made things a little bit easier. Halo Reach did a pretty good job of the shotgun, but it's a little bit, it's kind of in the air, because I've had plenty of times when I'd play Infection, and then, like, even though I know for a fact it was a kill, it wasn't a kill or something. I'm a Halo fan, so obviously I keep up with Halo news, and I've seen a few videos about the potential, like, another potential delay for Halo Infinite. I'm really hoping that this is not true. I don't want to wait till I am literally in college, or possibly like end of my senior year, to literally play this game. It feels, I will feel very old if they do that. All jokes aside, I think that what they've shown us, and like the consistent news that they're giving us, I personally doubt that was true, and even then, like, this was a couple of days before the Inside Infinite for March, and they even said, like, on the article, like, like in the upcoming months, like they were hinting that it was still going to come out this year. And I think even like a voice actor even said like it was like, aiming for November. So, but yeah, I think that wraps up kind of all of my opinions and thoughts about Halo Infinite. Like I said in my previous video, I am still currently working on a big project, which is my Doom Eternal Ancient Gods Part 2 playthrough. And honestly, I really enjoy Halo Infinite. Well, just doing Halo content in general. So I think I'm definitely going to veer more to Halo. I still play other games, of course, so I'm still going to, what I'll probably do is, like, when I play other games, I'm going to, do like some kind of little, review on them, and just kind of give my overall opinions. But yeah, this playthrough I probably won't do a lot of. I'll probably just do one of these playthroughs on Doom Eternal, just because, like, I told you guys I would. But yeah, that's about everything. This is Canes signing off.